going to do a quick sample board for you with StoneCoat's countertop epoxy. For this one, it's going to have the look of subtle earth tones, greens and browns. To achieve that, we're going to use blue-green and gold metallics, but muted by adding a little bit of brown epoxy dye. To add interest, we're going to do a couple of extra things on top of this. First of all, we have some black metallic powder mixed into isopropyl alcohol. So this is just another way of using the powders. Rather than mixing them directly into your epoxy, you can mix them into isopropyl alcohol and spritz them directly onto the surface. This has a little bit of extra impact because the metallic powders are right there in large quantities on the surface of your epoxy, rather than being evenly spread throughout it. Once that's set, in the clear coat, we're going to add in some silver glitter. Now the silver glitter, the particle size is a lot larger than in the metallic powder, so they really have a sparkle and an impact to them. You can use them in that top coat just to give a little lift, and as you move around it, different particles will sparkle as you go. So let's see how we get on.
We're going in first with our main two colours. We have blue, green and gold metallics mixed with a little bit of brown epoxy dye to give them a bit more of a natural feel, make them less intense. We're putting them on in stripes, but we're going to work this and make it look more natural as we go. Using our notched spreader here, but I'm making sure just to spread the colours out individually, not work them into each other yet. I don't want a load of notch marks across the boundary between the colours. Now we're using a stick just to spread those colours out vertically along the stripes. And just giving an even coverage as we go. The material will start to run past the edge. Here we're just starting to add each colour onto the other, so I'm using small amounts of the gold metallic on the green and likewise the blue-green will go onto the gold. Just to vary it a little bit, make it look more natural. We can drag these out further later. Here we're just tilting the board just to let the colours run together. This will really help to give you a gentle gradient between your colours. Next we've mixed some more epoxy with black dye. We're just adding very small strokes here, just as a nice accent colour. Finally, we're going to hit the board with our black metallic mixed with isopropyl alcohol. That's going to give us an amazing texture on the surface. It's going to interact with the colours underneath. And we're going to leave that to set. When it's set, we're going to just give it a rub down, clean up with alcohol again. Next, we're going in with our clear coat. Now this clear coat has got our silver glitter mixed in with it. But otherwise you treat it exactly the same way, so spreading out with a notch spreader to give even coverage. Once this is done, we're going to go in with our chop brush and just remove any trowel marks that we've put in with the notch spreader, working in both directions. And now finishing with a spritz of isopropyl alcohol just to pop any bubbles and give us a beautiful smooth finish to our board.
And here's our finished board. Compared to the previous boards we've done, the colours used here are a lot more muted, not quite as high contrast as before. We've tried to make something that you could live with every day. We've used the glitter in the top coat just to give a feeling of depth, to try and avoid the board looking too flat. I absolutely love the shimmering feeling that you get from it as you move around it. Different particles of glitter are oriented towards you, so different parts sparkle in different positions of the room. These videos aren't about doing everything perfectly and spot on first time. They're about tweaking your technique and having a go and experimenting. So I think if I was to do this again, I would just reduce down the amount of glitter used in that top coat. I really like the effect, but I just feel it's slightly overpowering to the colours behind. So if we had a little less glitter in that top coat, I think we'd get a better result. We've used StoneCoat's countertop epoxy, we've used black and brown dyes, and in the powders we have blue-green metallic powder, gold metallic, and in that top coat, silver glitter. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be making lots more videos in the future, showing all the different cool things you can do with epoxy.